All right, so first thing that we know is that we are 4 here. We pop this up and we do get another Zord, which happens to be, hey, Zeo Zord 5. Exhaust this card when any ranger discards a card for defense, gain 1 energy, and that ranger may return that card to the top of their deck. All right, so that's, again, very nice defensive card, which is great. Still would have loved them able to get another Zord and then hopefully work towards that Megazord. We do get a seventh one of those. I could just go to the Zord graveyard, which would be moving and then fighting and clearing it out, because at least then that'd be another area unpanicked going into the fight. I really should. I really should. I can't have too many areas panicked before going in, because I know the boss is coming out and there's going to be a lot of deployments. So that'll give me 11 spots to hopefully fill, and then the boss will go. Okay. All right, let's go. 1, 2, let's go. This is what we call a speed fight right here. We only have 1 enemy to deal with. I'm going to draw my hands of cards, and then whatever I can do to these guys immediately is going to happen. I got to get going as well because my kids are getting home soon, so got to grab them before we go on to the final round. All right, I do have full throttle in my hand, which is nice. Turbo strike. Like, I have stuff in order to do like quite a bit of damage. It's just a matter of doing it and making sure that we can do it to, you know, get the guy defeated as fast as possible. Draw from Tommy, flash kick. All right, well, I guess I could do that. White Ranger Tommy only has 1 more card left in his discard pile. And red line slash. All right, so that's all we're going to have in our hand in order to fight him. So we'll get at least 1 turn to hit before everything starts, and maybe even a second hit to follow up really quickly. Because even if this is a fast card, at least we'll get that first shot off. This is a Ranger Sentry, so it is, of course it's, well, all right, so that's fine then. We should be able to handle that. White Ranger Tommy was able to absorb 1 of the 2 energy that was left over here, so I just want to point that out right now. Let's go ahead and flash kick, which again is 2 damage, 2 dice I should say, going up against this guy, which is 2 damage to him right here. Again, this is fast. We got to do this fast. So that's that. That's gone. I'm not going to draw from anybody. These guys trigger. It's our turn, and whatever we play is going to cost another energy to play, which we'll just do red line slash. It'll cost 1 energy because of this ability, but I still should be able to roll 2 dice and get 1 hit. Thank you. Wow, geez, 3 hits. Gee, okay, fine. Cool, fantastic. All right, like I said, speed. That one was fast. We wanted to make sure to get done with that as fast as possible, to clear this out, to open this up, and now that gives me a little bit of breathing room for round 4. Ugh. Why is that important? Because in round 4, if I panic again, every space, it's an immediate game over. No getting around it at all. Okay, so with that said, that's all done there. This actually goes to the bottom of the pile. We get our Zords back. So we get Dragon Zord, Red Zeo Zord 5. We do get another experience here. And we draw Titanus. Because remember, Tommy was a very big part of Titanus. Very awesome. I love Titanus. Titanus is one of my favorite. All right, so we got 2 pretty good attack Zords right now that are locked inside of the Brachiozord. So that's good right there. Love it. Options are fun to have. I opted not to use that for Animaria, like I said. Let's go ahead and put down our last, well, in theory, last 2 arsenal cards. The Metallic Armor. During this battle, the first time each ranger reveals a card for defense, they may treat it as though it has 4 shields. That's just the first time. Not every time after that, just whatever the very first defense is. Very good to have against a boss. And then until the end of battle, for the power of Solarix, each time a ranger uses a once per battle ability, they then return 1 card from their discard pile to their hand. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great for quick healing and like just quick well, not healing, but doing stuff as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's fantastic. That is great. Oh, thank goodness having that going into the last round. Pending we actually survived the deployment. Speaking of which, I have just enough time to do such deployment right now before I have to take a bit of a break and then come back to it later. So it's either going to be contemplating what I will be doing for the 4th round and hopefully to win, or thinking about how badly the loss really hurts. In any event, let's draw. Number 1 All right, that's great. One at the Zord Graveyard. See, I'm glad that I cleared it out. Granted, it's just a little Tyrannodrome, but hey, there he is right there. Fantastic. Hey, that's my 5th Zord right there if I really wanted to. Okay, all right, so nothing's going to panic then. One to the arcade, which technically goes boom, boom, right over here to the Resistance hideout because the arcade is packed, it is busy, it is a Friday night. They are just, rocking it out at the Simpsons arcade game. All right, and the next one. Oh, okay, well, that's 3 at the arcade for the Tyrannodromes. I forgot that I had more 3s. Uh-oh, that's... Okay, so that's 6, so 3 go right here. Okay. That means 1 goes here, and then... oh, okay, that's... I don't know if I'm going to win this. I don't know if I'm going to win this. I hate this type of ending because it feels so anticlimactic to me, but... We do have 2 Tyrannodromes. I lost. Man, I lost. So here's how it's going to work. 2 Tyrannodromes and our boss, Lord Drakkon, super evil Tommy from other dimensions running across the morphing grid, destroying everything, going to Reefside High. I've talked about Drakkon before and shown him off, so this is really just what it's going to come down to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for him right there, which panics this, bringing everybody over here to the Zord Graveyard, which would normally be amazing, but there it is. There's my 4th panic, which then would mean we would go into last stand mode, but you cannot go into last stand mode twice. Let's just see what this final thing is right here. 2 Tyrannodromes at the Resistance hideout, but they actually are in our space. I actually have no more Tyrannodromes, so we're just going to put 2 of his soldiers with him right here with us, because they wouldn't have gone here because there's no space for them to go, so they would have popped right here. Technically, by all technicalities and everything, we have lost. This game is a full-on loss because of the fact that everything is panicked. But for you guys, what I am going to do is we will do at least 1 battle against Lord Drakkon because we got to have Tommies versus Ultra Tommy regardless of anything. I'm going to spend 3 of my actions in order to do a full recharge for everybody. We'll only do 1 battle against Drakkon and see how it turns out, and then we will call it a game. So let's go ahead and get ourselves down to the Zord Graveyard for our encounter with the mighty, the menacing. The is going to be even worse once the Kickstarter comes out because there's a better mode of him, Lord Drakkon. All right, here we go. For you, it's literally been seconds. For me, it's been probably about 4 hours between when I had to stop and then to literally right now. So we lost. That's the fact of the matter is right here. But we are going to go ahead and do a fight against Drakkon anyway because it's fun and I liked it doing that in the series and I want to show you guys just some more Tommy because that's this whole thing, paying homage to JDF and all of that wonderfulness. I went and did 4 of my 7 actions to recharge everybody. We are fully recharged, set to go. I pulled the metallic armor, I pulled the power of the Solar X, so both of these are going to be active in the next battle only. I was curious on what the next card for the Arsenal set was, and it was, of course, the Sword of Darkness. The one card that is, well, that and the Dragon Shield. If I had the Dragon Shield, that would have been awesome as well. Because again, I just picked these at random. I wanted to actually see how random would work for this. And it worked out pretty good in my opinion. But this would have been an awesome thing to throw on somebody, but I figured I'd just show it off anyway. The other thing I want to show off is the 5th card that I chose for the Brachiozord, which I chose the Warrior Wheel. This is what Tommy used quite a bit, well, not quite a bit, but once he had access to it in Zeo, and it did like this weird, it rolled and then it transformed and then it like did a headbutt on something. It was very weird. I did not use Super Zero Zord 5 because that ability for that particular Zord only affected cards that have star defense powers to them. I actually have a full offense and defense style of a game that I want to do, themed game a little bit later, where I would actually use Zeo Ranger 5. But with this, that's what I want. So I'm not using the Warrior Wheel for this at all. I am, however, sacrificing one of my actions and just kind of using it to go to here to fill up the rest of this So this way we can say that we got the 5th and final Zord, and I want to use that for Drakkon. Anyway, yeah, I could just defeat somebody in order to get it, which, you know what, let's have that then. Let's instead say, for argument's sake, this is not a rule at all, we're just having fun because that's what we love to do here. I permanently destroyed a action token in order to level up. So I still need one in order to gain the Megazord, but the final one is the Lightning Cruiser. Exhaust this card to start a battle to allow the Rangers to take the first turn, even if there's an enemy card with the fast keyword. Skip the final turn in a battle. Shush. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you heard my phone. I forgot to silence it. My apologies. So I just wanted to get the Lightning Cruiser out there anyway, so this way everybody had a Zord. And sure, we're going to do that. We're going to say that we just need to defeat one guy in order to access this Megazord. Not that it's going to really help me at all because, you know, why don't we just show it? Let's just show it because I can. The Mega Tiger Zord. I've used the Mega Dragon Zord before, but I never had the Mega Tiger Zord here. I don't have this unlocked. I just want to show you guys. Exhaust this card to place the Mega Tiger Zord token, which I have right here, in any location. At the end of each battle in that location, roll 5 dice, deal that much damage, divide among you, choose among enemies. It's a final strike ability. So that is right there. I'm just gonna leave this here. We're gonna leave this flipped open, or over, I should say. If I manage to defeat an enemy, which I may, you know, we'll see what happens. I'll flip it over and then we'll use it. But we're doing one battle against Drakkon with a fully powered up Tommy team with a bunch of different armors on them from the Arsenal pack. We got all of our Zords, we got all of our stuff. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. We had fun. Let's head back on over. This world and all that the morphing grid connects will be mine. You cannot stop me, no matter who you are. Well, we're you, but good, so we're going to stand together to fight forever. Yeah, you're not going to get past us at all. I don't care what the rules say. You end here, Drakkon. All right, let's go ahead and do our opening hand. We'll do 2 from each as we do. We got a Guardian Armor right now for White Ranger Tommy and the Saba Slash. Fantastic. Full Throttle. Oh my goodness, this may be over faster than I thought. A second Full Throttle? Sure. Of course it is. The Brachio Staff. We've been waiting all game to pull this, and this doesn't matter because it's choose 2 attack cards in your discard pile with energy cost 1 or less and play them both one at a time without paying their energy cost. I don't got anything in my discard pile, so hey, there's a Fire Strike, and you know, let's just pull that. Hey, we got another Fire Strike. So I wouldn't have been able to pull both of these otherwise. So yeah, we got it's this right here where I can divide up anything and then Full Throttle, which is may immediately play 1 card. If it's an attack card, add a number of dice equal to the amount of energy paid. I can just like pump this thing full of just energy, add Saba Slash everything to Smithereen. So yeah, that's fun. We've seen Drakkon before. I have fought him in previous sessions. I can't remember which ones off the top of my head, but I know he has appeared before. And he's going to appear again, especially when the new Kickstarter happens and we have an upgraded Drakkon. First, we have Stolen Power, passive. While this card is in play, when energy is spent or drained, place the energy tokens on this card. Each time Lord Drakkon deals damage, increase that damage by 1 for each energy token on this card. Yeah, this is already starting amazing. Fast Guard, deal 3 damage, drain 2 energy. That was Havoc Blow, Cyclone Strike. I don't know why I said it that way. 4 damage, 3 damage, 2 damage. That could be to anybody. And then another Cyclone Strike. I kind of wish that I got the Flash Kick so I could have not only taken the first turn, thank you Lightning Cruiser, but also hit it early as well. And then down here on the bottom, we'll have 2 Sentries and 2 Tyrannodrones. Let's grab the Sentries first. You know, this is going to be terrible, right? Sabretooth Commando, which is fine. Oh, and the Pterodactyl Sniper. Okay, cool. I was afraid I was going to get, a bunch of guards on there. And for our Tyrannodrones, here we go. The first one is Foul Tactics. Hooray! Can't use more than 2 dice to attack anything that's adjacent to that. And Cleaving Strike. So that'll go over there. Okay, so we got a guard here. We got a guard here. You're guarding, and you're guarded. So that's doing a lot of guard. That's doing a lot of guard. That is a passive, and this is also a passive as well. Man, that's While this card is in play, when energy is spent or drained, place the energy there. Oh, goodness gracious, that's going to be terrible. All right, so we're going to come right over here. We're going to go ahead and trigger our Brachiosaurus in order to play Titanus. He immediately goes out because if I exhaust this card, I can do 2 damage to an enemy card of my choice. Doesn't matter where they are on the field, I'm going to hit them. The Foul Tactics immediately gets destroyed. It's only 2, which is fine, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to blow that apart, and that will remove the guard here and the guard here. Yeah, we need this as the beginning, trust me. Next, we'll go ahead and activate the Lightning Cruiser. So now we get the first move of this particular battle, but we do not get the last move. So Cleave Strike is going to end the battle off, but at least we get to go before Cyclone Strike goes, which we're going to go ahead and do the Guardian Armor first. That is going to be... Do I want to do this first? Because Metallic Armor is going to make that a 4 right away. You know, yeah, we actually are going to do that. We're going to do the Guardian Armor. We're going to gain 2 energy. So I'm going to put 2 energy into the pool. And then this is going to go on top of Tommy's deck right now. We'll then trigger the White Tiger Zord, which exhausts this card after any major performs a maneuver, which that is what Guardian Armor is. It's a maneuver. And then I can immediately play 1 card with an energy cost of 0. So Fire Strike is going to be burning up the road here. Basically, this is a 2 dice attack, and the next time any ranger performs an attack, that ranger may reroll any number of dice. I bet you can see where we're going with this. I'm actually going to go after Havoc Blow, which is a 5 health. I can't beat it, but I'm going to try to knock it down the best I can, and I only did 1 damage to it. But that's okay. That's again, a setup for the next turn. All right, so we know we did 1 here. Again, this was our turn and all that. These are done. Let's draw from Turbo Tommy. We'll draw Turbo Tommy with the Auto Blaster. Okay, so this attack deals a damage equal to the number of energy spent to play this card. I can ignore the guard keyword when choosing a target. Okay, that might change things a little bit. Let's see here. First things first, Cyclone Strike goes. We didn't spend any energy that round, so the Stolen Power does not trigger, so we're still good. You know what though? We did defeat an enemy, and by doing that I did say this is what I was going to do, so sure, let's get the last experience token. We'll slap that there just for no pair. Again, this isn't mad. This is just having fun and going hog wild on Drakkon. Boom! Mega Tiger Zord in the house. Exhaust this card. Place the token, the Mega Tiger Zord token. He's in our location right now. Basically, what all this is going to do is that at the very end, when Cleaving Strike goes, this gives us another turn at the end. It's just, well, that's just, it's a massive attack that's going to finish off everything else. So, hooray! It doesn't do anything now, but it will later. Okay, Tommy is going to go first. According to Metallic Armor, this first card will have 4 shields on it. He's going to flip it over to reveal Guardian Armor, but he's going to spend a charge from his Animarium Armor to make it a 5 shield card, because the Metallic Armor makes it 4. I've now added another one, so he has survived that by going down there. Now we're going to do this again. We're going to do 3 damage to Tommy, because you can take the Cyclone Strike by anybody. So Tommy's going to get 3. You know what? I'll spend my last charge for the Animarium Armor. That is 3, so that'll just go to his discard pile. And then we have 2 right here. Flying Tiger. Okay, that's fine. All right, that is gone. Whoop. Wait, it's our turn once again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the Auto Blaster. Yeah, why not? Let's just have some fun with this. Special, let's pay the X. All right, let's go. All right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just flip both of these, because each one of these is going to give a 2 energy to the pool. So in a sense, I have 8 energy. I'm going to spend 4, but then I'm going to go ahead and do Shift in the Turbo to make 5. So I have spent 5 energy right now to be able to attack Cyclone Strike. So 5 energy that I've spent actually goes here, and that would make Cyclone Strike 987, by the way. But I wanted to do that because the Auto Blaster avoids guard, so that actually gets around this and is able to destroy it before anything else. Now, Havoc Blow still can go. It's just the damage goes up, so that'd be an 8 damage for 2, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I am going to do is that's going to be our turn, so Auto Blaster is going to go to the discard pile. Let's draw for Dino Thunder Black. Yep, Wave Strike. Very nice, very cool. I love it. And then we'll do this. We flip, bloop, bloop. Now we're going to have some fun. First thing we're going to do is going to throw down full throttle. A ranger of your choice may immediately play one card. If it's an attack card, any attack card, honestly, add a number of dice equal to the amount of energy spent to play that card. I am playing the Saba Slash, which requires me to spend 3 in order to play this card. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, this is an 8. This is an 8 dice attack right here. And I can spread as I wish. Ah, yeah, that's what I was looking for this entire game. That's amazing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just slap these as well. I also have, until the end of battle, each time a ranger uses a once per battle ability, they may return 1 card from their discard pile to their hand. We're going to take back the Auto Blaster. Not that we're going to need it for anything, because I think we're running out of energy as is, but hey, you never know what you're going to use it for. Let's grab our 8 dice, give it a roll for one final strike from Tommy. All right, maybe not a final strike, but it's still pretty good. I got 2 of each one of his colors in here, black, white, red, and green. So let's see, 8 dice. Can we gotta do at least 4, 9 maybe? Let's see what we can do, because we can spread this wherever we want so long as nothing is guarding it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I was 1 short. Oh man, but that's okay, that'll be all right. So we got 8 damage we're doing. We're going to do 4 to the Havoc Blow right here. So that's just going to go kablooey like this. And then we have 4 more that, or I'm sorry, 4 more. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Amazing, fantastic. Now, technically, I would add 3 to Stolen Power right now. I don't think there's really anything else that happens to it. Each time Lord Drakkon deals damage, increase that damage. But it's Lord Drakkon. This is the last one in the line. We have pretty much cleared out everything here, so he is no longer dealing any damage to us. So I'm just going to remove all this because I don't care. We're going to remove this because it doesn't matter. My goal is just to kind of beat those and see what happens. All right, so we got done with this. Why don't we go ahead and just draw from Dino Thunder Black for the heck of it. Another Wave Strike. Fantastic. We'll go bump, bump. Here we are. And let's just do 2 Wave Strikes in a row, shall we? Yeah, I think that'll be the best thing to do. So for the first Wave Strike, I'm actually going to go ahead and use Tommy's ability right here. So the first Wave Strike will have 3 dice on it, so I can choose up to, 4 dice, so I can choose up to 4 targets to hit whatever I roll. And just for the heck of it, I'll put Fire Strike on top, or back into my hand. Yes, there's nothing in his discard pile, but both Wave Strikes, this one and the other one, are going to be played in succession. And we'll just kind of go from there. Maybe we'll use the Brachio Staff at the end. So we'll just plop this right there. Remember, this is a 4 dice attack, and we can deal damage to each, you must deal damage of each die from this attack to a different target. So it's not 4 dice on one thing, it's 1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that'll work. Actually, you're not even guarded anymore either. So I have 5 targets with 4 dice. Let's see what we can do. All right, first set of Wave Strikes is going to be, all right, so 1 whole damage, that's great. So Cyclone Strike, the very first Drakkon card in the row is now defeated, because that only needed 1 anyway, so hurrah. Let's go ahead and do the second Wave Strike from my hand, just to see what we can do. Hey, much better. Let's see, what do we want to defeat? I am going to defeat, just so we don't have to deal with it, we have a Pterodactyl Sniper that I'm going to defeat, and I'll put 1 on Stolen Power. So this was the first Wave Strike, and then that goes and does nothing. This is the second Wave Strike, which the Pterodactyl gets destroyed, and then 1 damage goes up there, which is fine. So that goes, so it is, boom, our turn again. These go to his discard pile. And we will draw from White Ranger Tommy to get a Guardian Armor. That's right. I did put, never mind. I'm mulliganing this because, again, this doesn't matter. None of this matters. Turbo Strike. After rolling, choose 1 dice from the attack and gain energy. Oh, whatever. It is what it is. Now we get to use his other power weapon because reasons. We're going to spend 3 energy, and I get to choose 2 attack cards from my discard pile with an energy cost of 1 or less and play them both at the same time without paying their energy costs. Boom, we got 2 more Wave Strikes coming at us. So let's see what we can do. All right, this is fun how this is ending. Again, I'm taking the loss on this one, but we're having a good time. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's cool. There's only 3 more targets left on the field, so that's 1 damage each. And let's go ahead and do another wave strike, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. So I think I'm going to do that defeats Sabertooth Commando, that defeats Cleaving Strike, and that defeats, that doesn't defeat Stolen Power, that just puts one more on Stolen Power. So that one here blows this one up, that here blows this one up, and I only was able to put one up there. So, huzzah! So all of these guys are now gone, and it's just us and Drakkon. This goes, and we go. We only have 2 more turns, technically. So I used the 3 energy from here, and then 1, 2 in order for the Brachiostaff. I'm going to go ahead and use Rally Light in order to put 1 back in. I don't have Turbo Tommy's ability, the gear shift or whatever it is, to put another one in, unfortunately. But what I can do is I can just Turbo Strike just for the heck of it, and we're going to do that right here. So I'm going to Turbo Strike Stolen Power. I can choose 1 dice and add that. Oh, 3! Yes, 1, 2, 3. This thing has 1 more until it is defeated, and I get to put 2 more back into the pool. And while that's fun and all, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to say that is the end of our turn. We're going to do 1 final attack, and that is use the Mega Tigazord to roll 5 dice and deal that much damage divided as we choose, which I believe that is also, I mean, it's the last thing you're going to do, so you probably defeated all your guards already, but if there were still guards out there, this would bypass every guard with those 5 shots. All right, this is going to be awesome. Put this back, 5 dice, final strike from the Mega Tigazord onto Drakkon, and wow, man, that's great. Oh my goodness, wow. Green, white, red, black, power, boom, firing off at Drakkon and fishing him off this way. It would have been great if this is how it went otherwise, but that's just how even more combos work when using Tommy, especially using Tommy together with other Tommies against the Tommy in the all-Tommy verse, and that is exactly how that works. Now, I kind of wish at some point that we get, maybe we'll get Ninjetti Tommy for the Kickstarter. It's possible, because in that case, then you could have a 6-player game of Tommies. But, you know, even still, if you have the Kickstarter and the Legendary Pack, you'll be able to, once again, just kind of have multiples of Tommies together. So you're going to have 2 Green Rangers, MMPR Green Rangers, 2 MMPR White Rangers. It's your game. If you want to do that, by all means, why not? Because you'll have all the cards regardless in both sets. But if we actually get a legit White Ranger Ninjetti, then that'll be the 6th Tommy character that you can have in this game. And that in its own right is amazing. There we go. Let's head back up and give our, just close this out appropriately.
The Power Ranger legacy is in good hands. Rangers forever, defending together.
Take care, guys.
As would be expected, Drakkon is extremely tough, and honestly, I went into that fight fully powered up with everything I could possibly have, all my Zords, my extra Zords, my arsenal, my things along that ways, and he was still very, I took everything I could and just threw it at him over and over and over again. I still would have need to fight him one more time to be able to do anything at all. I think he would have had maybe 1 minion left, or no minions. He defeated them all. But it doesn't matter beforehand anyway. A series of unfortunate draws and pulls caused a double panic within the game, and that is just game over. Now, I mentioned it on it before, where I was never a fan of the original game over rules. It just felt very anticlimactic. Like, you went through all of this time and all of this effort to set up everything from, you know, putting the right monsters in and your bosses and who's going to be who and everything. And then you just get a really bad draw of deployments, and you can't get around long enough in order to be able to get rid of everybody. Plus, you know, with the limited action economy and everything, you got to really figure out where you want to go and what goes where. And if you have really bad dice rolls, then it could majorly mess you up. So the last stand rule is a great addition to the game, and I think that should be standard for Heroes of the Grid, or Mission Critical, or I'd say any other Guardian system that's coming out, but I really don't think there's any more coming out. But hey, it is what it is, and that's how I'm going to play it going forward, regardless of anything. And as you can see, it didn't matter because we still lost this particular game, and that's fine. That's all right. I can't win them all. I go through a long streak of wins with these, so a loss here and there is fine. And quite frankly, I did exactly what I wanted to do to show off Tommy in all of his glory. But with that said and done, thank you guys so much once again for joining me on this session of Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. Again, just going through and really taking homage to Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank, just the whole, just what that brings to the world of Power Rangers. Like that the word legacy keeps being thrown around and everything, but that's exactly what it is. It's because of Tommy, I think, that a lot of people know Power Rangers, or at least are familiar with it and all that stuff. Like, there's a lot of great characters from all of the different seasons. You got your original cast, the new Turbo cast and the Zeo and the movies and the modern cast and everything, bringing back old, but having the new, there's everybody strives to be a Ranger and really, I think, wants to have as big of an impact within the community as Jason David Frank did. And there's a lot of them out there that really do that really put a lot of time and effort into meeting the fans, into talking with them, again, taking their pictures and things along that ways, and just engaging with them as much as possible. And that is a fantastic, fantastic thing. I would love to meet as many of them as I can at some point in my life, but, you got to get to those cons in order to do it. As far as what's coming next for me with Heroes of the Grid, I'm actually really not too sure of that right now. I don't really have a holiday session planned, plus it's usually really busy in December, so I don't know if I'll be able to actually record one, but it's really a lot of prepping and getting ready for the Kickstarter that's going to come out in 2025, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a whole video about that when Renegade did their latest RenCon, talking about the, not the end of Heroes of the Grid, but them finishing off the series, and then where that leads us, the fans, into the future, which as of right now, I don't know what I'm going to do, but as soon as that Kickstarter hits, oh my goodness, it's going to be coverage, and I'll finally know what the creation kit is, because if Ninjetti Tommy is not part of it, I would love to make him as well, just to really finish off all of that. And then, there was the movie as well with Jason David Frank that he was filming. Oh gosh, I can't remember. It's up on the screen right now for everyone that wants to see it, but that's just another character to create in order to expand, Tommy's verse, Tommy's legacy, Tommy's, impact for Rangers and for our community, and just adding more to this game, because that is amazing that we can do that. That means in order not to miss that or any other fun video I put out for you to enjoy, because I put out a lot of different things, not just Power Ranger related, but all types of board games, some video game, and just other types of crazy stuff like that. Be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. If you wish to support the channel even further, there are ways to do that down in the description section below. There's a bunch of affiliate links down there as well that you can bounce on over to the Renegade website if you wish to pick up Legendary Ranger Tommy or any of the other stuff that you may have been missing throughout your collection that, might not be a bad idea to start just kind of grabbing now, because we don't know what's going to happen after Kickstarter. Otherwise, that YouTube members and Patreon subscribers, of course, get these early, the entire video, or just early videos in general. But really, when it comes down to it, your view, your like, your share, your comment, subscribing to the channel is really what makes this grow, and what makes me really put a lot of effort and energy and, finding the time and everything to give these to you guys, because I know you appreciate them. I know you love watching them, and I love doing them as well. I've been really, really itching to do this session for quite a while, but I figure with it being 2 years since JDF passed, I figured it was a good time to honor his legacy this way and do this video now. So with that said and done, thank you guys once again. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. Always listen to your friends and families. Always watch them closely. If anybody needs any help at all, always open your ear, lend a hand, lend whatever it is that you need in order to help them through any of their times. I'm here for you guys as well. There's other ways to get in contact with me, besides just Patreon and memberships, Facebook, I'm occasionally on and along that ways, just we're here for each other. We're here as a family together, and we want to make sure we're all safe and happy and just living the best lives we possibly can. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you in the next one.